Chapter 7, Question 5. Find the new drafts if a total weight of 500 tons is loaded 11 meters aft of amidships. So the first thing we need to do is to calculate our bodily sinkage. The formula for this is the weight divided by the TPC. So the weight is 500 tons, and our TPC is 25. So our bodily sinkage is going to be 20 centimeters. Now for the change of trim, that's our trimming moment divided by the moment to change your trim 1 centimeter. So for your trimming moment, that's the weight times the distance, so it's 500 tons. Now we have to calculate that this weight is going to be loaded in relation to the center of flotation. Now they told us the weight's loaded 11 meters aft of amidships, and they tell us that the center of flotation is 1.9 meters aft of amidships. So therefore the load is located 9.1 meters aft of the center of flotation. You divide this by your moment to change your trim 1 centimeter, which was 190. So your change of trim is going to be 23.95 centimeters, and this is by the stern. So now we have to calculate the change of trim aft and the change of trim forward. So your change of trim aft, the formula is the distance from the aft perpendicular to the longitudinal center of flotation divided by your length and then you multiply this by your change of trim. So they told us we've got a vessel 220 meters long, and the center of flotation is 1.9 meters aft of amidships, so therefore we have to calculate the distance from the aft perpendicular to your longitudinal center of flotation, which is 108.1. We divide it by our length of 220, and then multiply it by our change of trim of 23.95. So we get a change of trim aft of 11.77 centimeters. Now for our change of trim forward, it's going to be our distance of the forward perpendicular to the longitudinal center of flotation, and that's divided by your length. And this is multiplied by your change of trim. So again, we need to calculate the distance from the forward perpendicular to your LCF. And this is 111.9 divided by your length, 220, times your change of trim of 23.95. So you get a change of trim forward of 12.18 centimeters. So now to calculate our new drafts, we take our original drafts, .2 meters aft, and 12.4 meters forward. We apply the bodily sinkage, and when we calculated, we got the answer to be 20 centimeters. So you divide the 20 centimeters by 100 to convert it to meters. So you add .20 meters to the aft end, and you subtract .2 meters from the forward end. So aft we get 12.4 meters. Forward we get 12.2 meters. Now we have to apply our change due to trim. We calculated the change of trim aft and the change of trim forward. Again, we got answers in centimeters, so divide them by 100 to convert it to meters. So our change of trim aft will be 0.1177 meters. We add that. Our change of trim forward will be 0.1218 meters, and we subtract that from the forward end. So our new drafts aft will be 12.517 meters. And our new draft forward will be 12.078 meters.